She came up with this concept where she was letting us know that New Zealand exports so much of their food that they're barely feeding their own population, and they limit butter to 2 per person in the supermarket because even though they've got these massive dairy farms, they export all of it. And she came up with this model where countries like Australia and New Zealand feed their communities first. And I just felt that that was such an important thing. It's like a green prescription for health in terms of human health and also landscape health.
From wherever we are, we acknowledge the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia, recognising their continuing connection to this land, its waterways, the stars in the skies since time immemorial. We pay our respects to the elders, knowledge holders, and to all the generations of First Nations peoples who have nurtured their unceded sovereign lands for over 80,000 years and continue to do so today.
G'day, I'm your host Charlie Arnott, an 8th generational Australian regenerative farmer. And in this podcast series, I'll be diving deep and exploring my guests' unique perspectives on the world so you can apply their experience and knowledge to cultivate your own transition to a more regenerative way of life.
Welcome to the Regenerative Journey with your host Charlie Arnott.
Okay, welcome Rachel Treasure to the Regenerative Journey, and welcome to Grounded here at Fat Pig Farm. It's nearly the end of day. It's 4 o'clock on day one. Everyone's looking, they'll just scrape to the finish line. Welcome.
Thank you, Charlie.
Author, farmer, all-round good chick. Tell us, who had a birthday today?
56.
True.
Yeah, I know.
Good on you.
Yeah, it's fabulous to be on the planet at this time, particularly being here at Grounded, because this is day one. We haven't even had day 2 yet, and the vibe and the positivity and having it on a landscape like this. I mean, Fat Pig Farm is thriving. It's just beautiful.
It couldn't be a better farm, could it, for the inaugural Grounded? We hope there's more.
Yes, we do. We do. It's really important. I'm born and bred Tasmanian, and it's really interesting. I've been an island on an island in terms of my regenerative farming, in that I came to this through Colin Seiss in 2009, so a long time ago. And it's taken so long for it to infiltrate here and to have, like I call us, the regen rock stars all in one room. It's kind of like the gold Logies, but without all the carry-on.
Not the Academy Awards, the Logie.
The Logie. Well, no, let's lift it to the Academy Awards. There's less Botox, let's just say.
Less bullshit too.
Yeah, less bullshit. Well, no, lots of bullshit, actually. Chemical-free bullshit that's cycling through the soil. Anyway, I'm good at digressing.
Tell me, what, as I said, we're nearly through day one. Any sort of highlights or people you've listened to, seen, smelled, felt that go, wow, that was incredible, new information, reinforcing old information?
I have been wanting to meet Ian and Di Haggerty for years. I based White Horses, my novel, on Ian and Di, so it's set in the West.
Do they know that?
Yeah, I think so. I think they know that. I'm pretty sure because Di has had my books beside my bed, and I think Ian does swipe them every now and then to read. So I'm pretty sure, and they're in the back in the acknowledgements. But, that was a highlight, meeting Ian and Di, and then seeing their son cracking on with it, just inspiring. And then her name escapes my brain because it's full, but the beautiful woman from New Zealand who's with New Zealand.
Angela Clifford.
Clifford, thank you, Charlie. Angela Clifford was extraordinary in the sense she came up with this concept where she was letting us know that New Zealand exports so much of their food that they're barely feeding their own population, and they limit butter to 2 per person in the supermarket because even though they've got these massive dairy farms, they export all of it, so there's not enough butter. And for the New Zealand population, and she came up with this model where countries like Australia and New Zealand feed their communities first, then whatever's left over, you trade it. And I just felt that that was such an important thing. It's like a green prescription for health in terms of human health and also landscape health. And just I got together with the Sustainable Table women afterwards, and we were just fired up by that mental flip of the system changes. So that's been the highlight. There's so many highlights, but one of them.
Just on that, wouldn't it be great if doctors, and I'm not holding my breath for this, by the way, doctors actually prescribed a box of fruit and veg from your local farmer or meat? How good would that be?
That's what's been floated around the marquee. Those sorts of ideas. And, and this is fabulous, but we are in our own bubble because I'm a 5th generation Tasmanian. I went to school with a lot of the generational traditional farmers. I haven't seen one person here that I've known from my school days, but importantly, one of the seed suppliers is here who I asked for a multi-species seed mix to be done. This was probably 7 or 8 years ago, and I went to him and I was saying, I want this in my multi-species, and he thought I was totally off my rocker. But to see them here, and they are now the multi-species people to go to in Tassie.
Yeah, I heard that. So you kicked it off. You gave them a bit of a catalyst of change.
I don't know that I kicked it off, but I do remember the look on his face when I went to see the Dent, the beautiful Robert and Jane Dent, and they've been spectacular. So I'm hoping that I've sown a good seed, and everyone in here in this festival is sowing good seeds. Naked seeds, by the way. Uncoated, no fungicide. Raw.
Tell me any other ones that you standouts that you went, oh shit, that's interesting, or I haven't heard that before, or just or even things you're going to go home and research a bit more, and you've been inspired to kind of dig deeper in.
Yeah. Look, there's been so many moments, but it was really fascinating, and the name will escape me, but. Fantastic dairy farmer from Warhope. Is it
Chris Eggert?
Yes, it'd be Chris.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jimmy.
He spoke from his heart, and because I'm Tassie and I can't do interviews without lingo, and I love that about him. But what he was doing in his dairy, just that journey of being ostracised from community and even family, which has happened in my own lifetime. But simple things like putting straw down in the pens instead of dairy effluent ponds that cost a fortune, and they put hay down, scoop it out every few days, and use it as compost. I mean, just things like that are really practical appeal to me, and there's so many things going on here.
Tell me, I heard a whisper that there might be a bit of a show, a bit of a performance on this afternoon.
Yeah.
You want to tell us about that?
I can.
You want to do any practicing while you're on camera?
I could do I could do the intro.
Yeah.
So essentially I'm a novelist, okay? But when you're a female novelist, it's women's fiction. So Milking Time came out in May last year, and it's a novel. And it's a novel about Tasmanian rural rebellion and women rebelling. And it's about food systems, and it's about corporate buyouts and chemicals and illness, and then reclaiming that space. It's dressed up like a Mother's Day chocolate box. So it flies under the radar and it looks like women's fiction. And I was getting so frustrated with this. I thought, what's another way I can convey the message that I want to as a farmer, because I'm a hands-on farmer. And I thought, well, I'm no good at very important keynote speakers stating facts and figures. I thought, well, I will try stand-up comedy. So I did a 6-week course with Sustainable Stand-Up, and it's a national course that's available to everyone, and it teaches you stand-up. And it's the best way of delivering a message that's very serious and complex. So I'm about to deliver to the grounded crowd, and it's my second stand-up comedy gig in a week.
In the world. And you reckon it might be the first regenerative sort of stand-up comedy gig or show?
Potentially. It could be the first of its kind of the topic that I talk about.
That's so good.
Yeah.
So I imagine that you would need a fair bit of courage to stand up and, be vulnerable in that way. I mean, is it something you've ever done before? Like you go to parties and just tell jokes and crack everyone up? Or is that just like a natural step to go from that to this, or is this like a big leap?
No, this is a big leap. I'm naturally a bit of a clown. depreciating, which is not the comedy that we were taught. It's comedy is writing, and it's very set and it's very structured. But Charlie, a couple of years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I had the whole kit and caboodle, the radiation, the chemotherapy, the surgery. And that kind of woke me up to how important it is just to live life every day and laugh at it, and then love extraordinarily your children and your animals and your plants and your garden. And so I think coming through that really frightening time, it made me a little bit fearless. And now, now I will certainly feel fear when I get up. I think they're going to put me on the back of a ute, and I'll do the session. Yeah. So, but my driver is similar to every person here, is to change our food system for the better and make it healthier for our planet and our people. So that's the driver. So why not be fearless? Because somebody's got to do it, and there's plenty of people here doing it, and we've just got to get it out to wider audiences.
Well, I, for one, am very much looking forward to the gig. Not a skit, so it's a gig.
It's a gig.
Your set, I should say. That's the word, your set. Tell me, and you're on the working group for Grounded, is that right?
No.
Or your advisor, or what do they call you?
No,
You're on the website.
I wasn't the... I'm one of the speakers with Helen Rebanks tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
We've both written books called The Farmer's Wife. So I wrote mine about 13 years ago. The Farmer's Wife was a sequence to Jillaroo, which was my breakthrough novel. My Farmer's Wife was about regenerative agriculture, and it was almost autobiographical, the challenges I faced trying to implement regen practices into my own family farming systems, and how that essentially led me to leave the farm. So I'm doing that. But officially, I was the toilet tower. So I was the Portaloo puller. So I picked up esteemed guests from New Zealand and then took them promptly to Tasloo hire. So I figure that I've got one of the most important jobs of Grounded. And it's, I wish only we could cycle it through the system.
Well, at least you're not the one having to clean them out.
No. Well, not, I haven't, at least if I am, they haven't told me that yet.
Yeah. But. No, I think you've escaped that one. Hey, I'm going to let you go. And that's so good. Thanks so much for your time, Rachel. Looking forward. We've sort of communicated before.
Communicated, but not commuted.
And then finally we got to meet yesterday, so that's lovely. And I'm going to come back and do a proper interview down at your farm one day when I get back down to Tassie. I'm hoping to bring the family at some point, because it's just such a wonderful. And, we love going overseas, don't we?
Yeah, they don't tell people about the cavity search until they've shut the plane door.
No, I know.
Yeah, they can't bring in fruit fly.
No, that was a little. They found the honey on me. I thought I was safe. I thought I was going to get that through.
But in keeping us on track and being serious, though, we are bringing Stu Andrews down. He's done 2 years of contour work on a 100-acre property, and Stu's going to run a 4-day course for natural sequence farming techniques. And so that is that kind of thing that
next year?
Yeah, next year. Yeah, 2025, and it'll be May 26th to 29th. So if people want a holiday in Tassie, come and do Stu's course as well. And
will you make sure when the time's right, let us know, and we'll pump it out through our network.
Yeah,
that'd be good. Yeah, I'm a really big fan of Stu's and family, and Peter, his dad, and what they're doing. It's landscape changing.
Yeah.
Life-changing stuff.
Life-changing in landscape. I've got sheep on the brain. Makes me think.
Every time I say lamb now, I interviewed Will Harris over in...
Oh, Will Harris, Wild Oak Pastures.
He's a classic. And he said he's the only person I've ever met who actually puts the B at the end of the lamb. Because he was telling me, I got beef. He said, you have the worst accent, American, like Southern accent ever. I go, you sound constipated. He goes, I got beef. I got pork and I got lamb.
Lamb. I like Gabe Brown's living roots. You got to have living roots in the soil. I mean, I love it how our movement is global. And so I speak a bit of faux French in my comedy set, so you get to hear that. Yeah.
Do you find when you're trying to speak faux French, pursing your lips makes it sound more French? That was a trick I learned. Yeah, oui. Try it. I want to make sure I'm going to suss it out.
And that's how I got so into soil was because I was a truffle harvester with a sniffer dog, you see. So we were always into truffery. Yeah, truffery.
No pigs, hounds.
No pigs. We
Hounds
had
would
just
be easy to
spaniels.
manage.
Spaniels.
Yeah,
Beautiful little
awesome. Around here in Tassie?
Yeah, in Tassie, it was the first. Oh, it was one of the first. There was 5 women.
A lot of firsts. Yeah, a lot of firsts.
I do first, don't
Bloody
I?
hell.
I know.
You're good at first.
I am good at first.
You're going to do your second gig set soon, so I'll let you get practicing.
Thank you.
And Rachel, that was awesome. I'm going to let you go, and it's been a pleasure.
It's been a joy.
And it's only day one.
Thanks, Charlie.
Day 2 to go.
Oh, awesome.